because he did so much for me when I had no scope of, how do I say, of any happiness at that point. I
It
only wanted
eventually
to be an
came.
actor after I saw Kaho Na Pyar Hai when I saw Hrithik Roshan. We never spoke movies at home. We have no awards at home. We have no posters at home. We never had directors or producers or actors coming in at home. We never had any filmy parties at home. So I was very away from it. People don't even look like that in real life.
True, very true.
I mean, you see people on social media and then you see them in real. Today's some people who are not even 0% talented have maybe 20 million more than Amir Khan. But are you trying to say that Amir Khan is not a good performer?
This is Nawaz Kochra joining you on screen, and I welcome you to our all new episode of Dear Me. The guest who joins us today, some adjectives that go very well with him are of perseverance, inner strength, and a lot of resilience. And that is what he is also showcasing on the big screen in his next. There has been an interesting journey, and if I have to remember him, it would be 2015 when this young boy cried on stage at the trailer launch of his very first film. So, that for us is Sooraj Pancholi.
Thank you for
How
being
are
here.
you?
I'm very good. How are you?
Very well, Suraj. You know, I so clearly remember at the trailer launch of Hero, you were wearing a blue color outfit and you were so nervous. And you eventually cried when Salman Khan, you hugged him
Of course, I
and you
was
cried.
so overwhelmed. I mean, it was because he did so much for me when I had no scope of, how do I say, of any happiness at that point, and he
Right.
came there as a messiah, and he really helped me, and he was there for me unconditionally, no
उसके पहले
condition.
आप एडी भी रहे हैं उनके
Yeah,
टाइगर जिंदा है if I'm not
I
wrong.
bonded with him on the sets of Ekta Tiger. I was the last AD, and I got a lot of time to spend with him on the sets of Ekta Tiger, and I think that's where he had some kind of liking for me. I don't know why. I don't know why he wanted to help me. I don't know why he stuck by his words. And today I am what I am, where I am because of his
Wow.
push.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So, while we, come back to this topic, I want to dive into this conversation knowing that how was Suraj as a child?
Extremely mischievous,
Okay.
very shy, very shy, a complete mama and papa's boy. Did not like to go to school, did not like to wake up at 5 in the morning to head to school, did not like exams, did not like books, wanted to play
Okay.
all the time, wanted to run around, wanted to climb the tree, wanted to play hide and seek in the building, wanted to play Coco, wanted to uh, get every animal I saw on the street back home.
Oh,
Um, I was very. How do I say? I mean, I miss that childhood, and I don't see it with many kids nowadays.
hmm,
I wish I could go back in time. Not a very good example, but I would bunk school a lot. Um, I
so
was a
you were a
very naughty
notorious
kid.
kid?
I was very naughty. I troubled my mother so much, so much, so much. But at the same time, I loved being at home with them, and so I think I was so protected by my mom and my dad, and so loved by my cousins and my sister and everyone. I don't know.
Right.
I can literally close my eyes and relive it right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
But also growing up in a family where both your parents are actors in the profession, having them around was also kind of a luxury at that time. Can we say that?
I don't ever remember them not being there. One of them was always there,
Okay.
and when they were not, my grandparents were there, and but they never made me feel like they were not there. Both my parents actually, they were quite there, and they're still there. You know, that maybe now I am not there for them. I think so. You know,
Uh-huh.
because now I'm trying to pursue my career and
True.
do all of that. So, I mean, if they were out of the house, it was for my sister and me. So,
True.
yeah.
But that time only you had decided that you also want to become an actor,
No,
or
I
it
only wanted
eventually
to be an
came?
actor after I saw Kaho Na Pyar Hai when I saw Hrithik Roshan.
Oh,
Before
okay.
that, I was a skinny but normal kid who didn't know what he wants. But when I saw that guy on screen, I was like, "Oh my god, what is this?" You know, and it not only inspired me. I think it inspired all the kids from the '90s
Hmm.
to be an actor at that point, because that time it was all about having a good body. वो कि dance कर रहा है या क्या कर रहा है, what is it, you know? So it was Hrithik Roshan for sure.
But you were very okay with the glamorous part of the industry.
And of course not, because I had no idea. I mean, for me, they were mom and dad. You know, for me, they
Yeah.
were not Jiah Pancholi and Zarina Wahab
True.
actors. I never even watched their films back then. I only have started watching it after I got in the industry. I never have been on a movie set. We never spoke movies at home. We have no awards at home. We have no posters at home. We never had directors or producers or actors coming at home. We never had any filmy parties at home. So I was very away from it, my sister and me
Acha.
both. Yeah.
And then while growing up years, how was Suraj? What was Suraj that time? What were his dreams, ambitions?
Um, was for mainly sports.
Okay.
That was my motivation all my life, even today.
Hmm.
You know, just have that drive to just do better for myself, like physically.
Hmm.
That time, I don't know. I didn't really think about work. कि क्या बनना है, क्या नहीं बनना है. I was very fascinated with boxing. I was very fascinated with the army. At the same time, I was fascinated with films also, but I didn't know कि actor बनना है. I was very shy to even tell my mom and dad कि actor बनना है, क्या बनना है, because I'm an introvert like that.
Okay.
So even with family till today, we don't really discuss much about films.
Acha.
Now a little bit, of course, because I'm getting into it. So
Hmm.
maybe some questions I ask them, क्या होता है, कैसे होता है, still happening. They also themselves are not that filmy, even being in the
Oh,
industry for so long, you know.
yeah.
So
Oh, I've always loved the roles Zarina ji has played on screen. Always it's a very sweet motherly vibe that we get whenever we see her on
but
screen.
she's like that even in real.
Yes, absolutely.
She plays herself, her extended self on screen.
Wow.
But lots I've learned from watching her films. Lots I've learned from watching my father's films. But we never spoke about films at home.
Oh, wow. But then how did this aiding at Ekta Tiger set happen?
No, aiding at Guzarish happened
Yeah.
first.
Yes.
So I was an assistant director with Mr. Bansali. I approached him because he lived in the same building. I'm like, okay, I have to work with Sanjay Leela Bansali because I saw his movie Black, and I was like, wow, I want to really work with this director. Then Hum Dil De Chuke Sanam and all of that. I knew it. And then I went up to his house. I said, sir, I would like to meet you for 5 minutes. I rang his doorbell. I said, sir, I would like to meet you for 5 minutes. He let me in the house. I said, sir, I want to work with you. I was hardly 16 years old that time. I said, I really want to work with you, sir. I want to be an assistant director. He spoke to me for maybe 15, 20 minutes. And then he let me work when he was doing his next film, which was Guzarish. I was close to 18 at that point. And that's where I got my first footstep into Bollywood, and I got to work with the Hrithik Roshan.
The guy who actually you saw and
I'm
harbored
like, oh my
the
god,
dream.
this is like
Life coming to a full circle.
Ek pe ek free, you know, you work with Bansali, and then you work with Mr. Roshan, and then you're like, oh my god. And then you also have Aishwarya ma'am
Absolutely.
in the film. And
but what was it like, being on a Bansali set, not in front of the camera, but just be there?
Taskmaster बहुत गाली सुनाई है मुझे, बहुत I've been yelled at many times.
Okay.
I used to be the stand-in for Hrithik sir before he would get ready with his lines or with his costume, makeup, whatever, and come on set. I used to stand in his position or sit in his position for for
For the
that
shot.
for the shot.
Okay.
And the lighting used to on Sanjay sir's set, the lighting takes hours and hours, and you have to sit there,
Oh.
And if you move, you're gone. Hila kaise wahan se tu? So learned a lot from him subconsciously. I learned
Right.
so much from being on the sets of both the films, both very different genres of films, but I learned so much sitting and learning and spending time with these directors.
And then I think so on Ekta Tiger set, there was a time where you had not told anybody it's your birthday and they had surprised you.
On Ekta Tiger's set, we were in Istanbul, not Istanbul,
Yeah.
in Mardin in Turkey, in the mountains, freezing cold. I was staying in Hotel B. Of course, actors stay in Hotel A. It was 8th of November night. I'd gone to sleep after a day of shoot. At 4 in the morning, I get a knock at the door. My roommate at that time, Webhav, he was a AD as well. He saw through the hole and he saw Mr. Salman Khan standing outside the door. He woke me up. He like, भाई तूने कुछ किया है? कैसे मैंने कुछ नहीं किया है. Like Salman sir आए बाहर. I said, what are you saying? We opened the door and he told me, Sooraj, Webhav, come to my room right now. We walked back to his hotel and then he sat me down. He said, Sooraj, this is Reshma. That time Reshma Shetty used to handle his work.
Yes.
Like, she's going to handle your work from now. I heard you want to be an actor. This is your first contract of your first film,
Wow.
and happy birthday. So that's how I got my first film. And it was very unconditional of him, and I don't know what liking he had for me, because even on the film, as an AD, he put me on the film. Because he had called me on my phone and he said, Sooraj, come to Yashraj now. And I went to Yashraj. He said, Sooraj, that is Kabir is Sooraj. I want Sooraj to work with you. If you have any place for him as an assistant director, please put him on the film, because I think he wants to learn filmmaking. It was out of nowhere, not because my father and him aren't friends.
Right.
They know each other because of the industry, but I don't know why he had this liking towards me.
Wow.
I still question it. I still ask him sometimes, sir, why me? And he just gives you that smile. That's it.
And then Hero happened and you won awards also for the newcomer of the year that time.
Yes.
And see the coincidence, a decade ago you worked with Atiya Shetty.
Yes.
A decade later you're working with her dad at Kesari Veer.
Kesari Veer, yes.
How has the experience been?
With him?
Yes.
He's an extremely supportive co-actor. Hopefully, if I reach that stage in my life where I'm as successful as him and as experienced as him, if I work with a newcomer like me, I would want. I learned from him is to make make the newer generation feel much comfortable on set, give them the right advice. Not that he gives a lot of gyan. He says very few things here, there, whatever. But he's been a very supportive. I have two support systems. One is Salman sir, and second is, of course, Sunil sir. Since the beginning, since the time I met him, great inspiration, sexiest grandfather alive.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, and just a very good human.
But tell me one thing. So playing a warrior in the film, how was the preparation like? Was there something specific that you had to?
I'll tell you something. I always wanted to play a warrior.
Okay.
Since I was a kid, I used to watch these war films. I saw Troy. I saw Veer over here. Then I saw Bajirao. I saw all these people. I'm like, ek din mujhe warrior ka ek role karna, And my physicality is such, that's why I got the film also. Some people get roles because of the physicality, and physicality is just a part of me in this film. I think I have more to offer, which I discovered through performing this film, that I could, maybe 2 more films down the line, I could actually perform much, much better. And I think I have so much more to offer to the audience and to myself as a performer. Lots to learn from this film. The experience has been really good, tough, emotional, everything together, because once the road was clear for me in my life, I got this film at the right time in my palms, and I think very blessed to be a part of it.
Absolutely. And also what has happened is with period dramas or films which are made around warriors, the bar is set really high.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it is Ranveer Singh, whether it is Vicky Kaushal with Chava, the way they have played these characters, it's
Mm-hmm.
been just too good and too difficult to match up. Was that
Yeah.
even a slightest of thought that came to your mind while you were prepping for this?
Not really. I didn't have any sort of reference. I went with my script and what I heard about Hamirji Gohil, what I heard about the Somnath temple,
Hmm.
what I heard about the history at that point, the invaders at that point. What so we had no reference even for any action scene or any scene or anything. It was just a pure new script, and we went with a completely new approach. Uh, I think if you go see all the looks of what the warriors had in those
Right.
films, I think this look is very much different than
Absolutely,
what
that's
that
true.
is. And not that we wanted to be better or we tried to
Hmm.
do something. We just wanted to be true to that particular kind of script that we had.
And so after Hero, there was Satellite Shankar also.
There was one film I did called Time to Dance
Yes,
also.
that was after Satellite Shankar, no?
No, before.
Okay.
It was before, and then as I finished the shoot for that, I did Satellite Shankar, which is actually one of my favorite scripts that I've
Okay.
ever heard. Satellite Shankar. It's a beautiful script. Not that many people have seen it because we didn't promote it that well.
And it also released very close to the lockdown, I feel.
It was very close to the lockdown. The release was bad, but whoever has seen that film on TV, it keeps playing on TV, and
Hmm.
the reason for it is because I think it's a decent attempt from our side, and people actually like it. It's a tribute to our soldiers. Like even today, our soldiers are fighting for
True.
us, and it's about one soldier's journey who needs a small holiday to go see his mother, and the difficulties he faces on the way back, uh, and the difficulties he faces in Kashmir actually. So this is what the film is about, and it's a beautiful subject. It's not an action film. It's a
Slice
slice
of
of
life.
life.
Right.
Actually, I didn't watch the film because I put in so much hard work in that film, and I was very disappointed by a certain people because they didn't promote it,
Okay.
and I felt very let down. So I myself didn't watch the final film because I was very attached to the film and the character and the subject. So till today, I have not seen the film,
You were
but
very good in it.
whatever I've heard is only positive about that film.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like I
It
was
should be
so
re-released in theaters, and I think one day it happens and people see that we actually try to make a good film at that point.
I totally agree. And from like you mentioned that today when it comes to family, you are not there for them because you are busy working. But how is the equation with them right now?
It's better than ever because there was a point in our lives where we couldn't really make eye contact and speak to each other because there was so much pain that each one of
Hmm.
us, we are four of us, each one of us were going through. But now we can actually look at each other and smile at the past.
And maybe have those adversities also kind of brought you closer?
Yeah, I think something like when something like that happens to a family, you of course you get very very close, and we weren't maybe that close before it, but after that it made us very very close.
Especially, I remember watching an interview of yours where you said that you were not very close to your dad at one point in time.
At one point, yes, of course,
Hmm.
because of known reasons. But
Hmm.
after that, I understood him, and um, he's been rock solid as purely a father for
True.
my sister and me. He's been there for us, and that's something I learned from him is to really, no matter what, Arya Par, I'm going to be there for my children. And he's been pure Kesari Veer for us. Yeah.
That's so wonderful. And everything that happened after that, how much has Surat changed?
Not much, actually. I was a person of few words back then. I'm a person of few words now. I was emotional then. I was emotional now. I was hardworking then. I'm hardworking now. Um not much has changed. I'm still that person. I'm actually very naughty off camera.
Okay.
If people know me, they know me for my sense of humor, I guess. My friends like me for that. A very different kind of sense of humor, but nothing really changed. I still feel the same.
And now when it comes to like getting work in the industry, what do we expect next?
Just good work, good scripts. I don't want to go in that bubble of making being a being in a part of a big project. That is
Oh,
not my aim.
okay.
I keep saying that I want to follow the career graph of Ajay Devgan. I think he's not in the in the rat race. He's doing his own thing, and I think I want to do something like what he's done for his career.
What is the plan B for Suraj?
No plan B for now. It's only acting, acting, acting. Actually, plan B is acting. Plan A is
Acha.
being happy. I think. Let me put it that
Okay.
way. Plan A is being happy. Plan B is acting.
Also, Suraj, sometimes do you feel you have been majorly misunderstood by a lot of people?
1000%.
But what is it that makes people misunderstand you?
The media talking without any kind of knowledge of the
Okay.
truth. Yeah.
True, very true. And today, when it comes to your craft, okay, what is it in a film that appeals to you, and the kind of story you would want to be associated to?
Uh, I'm a very deep person like that, so I like
Okay.
subjects like that. I like that is why I like Satellite Shankar, because there was a lot of emotional.
Huh.
It's about family. I chose Kesari Veer also not because there's action. It's actually a very emotional journey. I want to do like hard hitting films that will stay with you. Um, Heartbreak romance. I love real biopics of people.
हाँ.
I would love to be a part of a sports biopic one
अच्छा.
day. So just
ऐसा कोई आइकन है जो आपके माइंड में है that you would like to
sports.
be a हाँ sports icon जिसका biopic you would want to?
I was supposed to do this film called Hawa Singh. It's on a boxer.
Yes.
We actually started shooting for that, and then the first lockdown had hit.
Hmm.
One day, maybe that film or some character like that.
Amazing. Also, being a protagonist in the film Kesari Veer, having an antagonist like Vivek Oberoi in front of you.
It was a blessing in disguise, because the better the actor you have, the better you can perform. I think they keep saying that आप जितने अच्छे एक्टर के साथ काम करोगे आपका काम उतना अच्छा होगा.
Right.
And working with Vivek sir, I mean, I love his films like Company. I love Shootout at Lokhandwala.
Yes.
I love those characters. I love Sathiya. I love the work he's done. So of course, a good actor can only make me perform much better.
Absolutely. Can we say so? Have you gotten used to now with all this promotional cycles and the attention coming your way now? What, because today also what is happening is social media has become a very strong part of a celebrity's life. So this entire ball game of being visible, does that get too much at times?
It is too much, because now at every scroll you have a different face. So that is why the recall memory of an actor, and people are questioning, why is there no stardom like how there was before?
Yeah.
Like how maybe Salman Khan or a Shah Rukh Khan or maybe even a Hrithik Roshan got at that point, because there was no social media, and to see these actors used to crave to see them. But now everyone's so available like a menu card, so there's no kind of how do you say, वो वजन नहीं रहा in stardom, but this is also a phase. I think social media will also die down after some time. It is all most of it on social media is everyone showing a happy life. Everyone wants to show that, okay, I'm doing well, I'm living a luxurious life, I'm so happy, my relationship is so good, I'm wearing such expensive clothes, I have such good makeup, I'm eating such good food. It's all drama, it's nothing else.
That is so true. The temporary luxury creates such an illusion on social media.
And social media, I mean, people don't even look like that in real life.
True, very true.
I mean, you see people on social media, and then you see them in real. You're like, "Arey, maa ki aankh." Like, what is this?
Filters.
Filters is old school now. Filters now, it's AI. Everything is AI.
But you're not very active on social media still.
I'm not as much now. I'm trying to be, because of course I have to promote the film, but I like staying a little away from it. Before it was one post in 4 months, then it became one post in 3 months, then two posts in 3 months. Now it's become like posting every day. So-
And that was also, I remember your feed used to be all about workouts and
yeah, because that is
fitness.
something I'm passionate about. I'm like,
Mhm.
what else do I post? People tell me, oh, you should post luxury and this and that. I said, what? That is not what I like. I like this, so maybe I post this.
But does it also sometimes bother you that, today what is also happening is that a lot of filmmakers, their decisions of signing you for a film also depend
On
on
your
the kind
social
of
media,
pull you have on social
but
media.
that is such bullshit.
True.
Today's some people who are not even 0% talented have maybe 20 million more than Amir Khan. But are you trying to say that Amir Khan is not a good performer or he's not capable to pull in crowd? It's all a bubble which will burst very soon. But it's the sad truth that people are being taken into films or OTT platforms, or even, let me say, music videos, or even a bloody TV commercial, because of the social media following. 90% is all fake anyway. So today I can be maybe 10 million if I want. Tomorrow I can be 20. It's on how much money you're spending on yourself.
Also, Suraj, today, how do you look at life?
I don't know. I'm just very calm now. I'm very jo hoga wo hoga.
Hmm.
Not everything is in your control. I just want to do my best, whether it be as an actor, whether it be as a brother, whether it be as a boyfriend, whether it be as a friend. I just want to give it my all. Rest is up to God and destiny.
And, during the low phase, what was the headspace like?
It was always positive because I had good people around me, had a good support system, my family, my childhood friends. Of course, ups and downs are a part of a person's mind. Not every day can be a happy day. Trolling gets to you, the news gets to you, the bashing gets to you, the pointing fingers, being pointed at gets to you, not getting work gets to you, being pushed on the side gets to you, seeing other people go much ahead of you gets to you. But at the end of the day, you have to be strong for yourself. I mean, there's no way out.
And, somewhere I feel some very precious years of your career have been taken away from you for
Career is
reasons
a
we've known.
different thing only. Chalo, career to I'm saying to chalo, put it on the side, but a lot of years of me being just myself and discovering myself as a 20-year-old. All my 20s went into
The case.
suffering, I would say.
Hmm.
So I'd never lived my 20s. So I think career to will chalo acha hoga, bura hoga. Some people have made their career after 50, some people have made it after 35, some people have made it after 40. So that is something I'm not worried about. I'm very confident that I will do well. No matter which industry I'm a part of, I will give my 100%. But I lost a lot of personal years to spend a happy time with my family or my friends, or to see the world, or to go out, being with an open mind, not thinking of what people are thinking of you, not being judged. So I think it's a different thing.
But
Career,
on the sidelines, you also did lose out on work?
I mean, of course, no.
Hmm.
I mean, I was getting offered films, but not the ones I wanted to do.
Acha.
Of course, I mean, perception is everything.
That's very true. Today, what is your outlook towards love?
Open to it all the time.
Okay,
I think it's the best feeling ever.
amazing. And one film, that, you always, which is like an all time favorite for Suraj, what would that be?
Munna Bhai MBBS.
Why so?
I'll just love that type of language.
Acha.
I love it. Also, it's a comedy film, but it's a very deep emotional film.
Yes, that's true.
Uh, the Jadoo Ki Jhappi that changed lives. The gangster who wanted to make his father proud,
Right.
the son who wanted to make his father proud, the father who wanted to see his son not be a bad person. So I mean that is why I love the film.
And if there is one life lesson that your mom has always taught you and it stayed with you, what would that be?
Just that people will keep saying what they have to say, Suraj, but you have to shut them up with your work. That's the only way you can shut them up. Keep doing your thing, just be positive. अगर आप किसी का बुरा करोगे तो आपके साथ बुरा होगा, अगर आपने किसी का बुरा नहीं किया तो आपके साथ कभी बुरा नहीं होगा. So that's what she said.
Amazing. Having said that, if today, at this moment, Suraj has to write a note to himself saying, Dear me,
Yeah.
what would Suraj tell himself?
Dear me, I am super, super, super proud of you. I mean, myself. I'm super proud of
Yes.
myself because I stood up for myself and I still chose a path in a field that will keep bashing you, but I will prove everyone wrong, and I know I will. So I'm very proud of myself that I didn't run away from it. I still fought for it. I still took care of myself. I still woke up with faith and hope, and I'm just very proud of myself.
Amazing. Like I said at the beginning of the interview, perseverance, resilience, and
Yes.
inner strength is what defines Sooraj Pancholi. And, I think so. This will never change. So, wish you all
Yeah.
the very best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for talking
Thank
to
you.
us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.